Okay. Let me know when you want me to turn it off. All right, buddy. Okay, let's do it. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
All right. We are back. And
Back from the break.
Sometimes you just got to take a break. What's up?
Yeah, old man with a big prostate, we got to take as many breaks as we can.
Yeah, I know you're going to work your prostate into it. That's
right.
Common conversation now. That's when you get old, we're going to be talking about prostates.
Yes, sir. Yes,
and
sir.
Back in the day, a little crazy. But where are we at? We was talking about, speaking of back in the day, we were talking about back when we were on Western Illinois campus and talking about the gig that where you used to work and how I kind of got a beef, pardon the pun, with them.
Mhm.
Talking about McDonald's.
Mickey D's, man. I used to work there, man. I did the drive-through. So I did the drive-through, and I had to basically, do the money and also sweep up the little inside the restaurant. But hey, it built character. If it wasn't for Mickey D's, man, I wouldn't be here today.
Hey, listen, nobody says that it's easy work, and nobody says it doesn't build character. But let's talk about the grub, yo.
Oh,
I mean, come on. Burger King had a ad campaign, and they showed a Burger King burger and fries, and they showed it get moldy.
ugh.
And it was like, why would you be showing it? And at the end of the campaign, it said, at least our food gets moldy.
And you know something? That's real. That's real because
that's nasty, dude. How you gonna eat that, right? And then it's gonna sit in your stomach, right? And then you want to figure out why you don't feel good, why you can't sleep, why you're not comprehending things, you're not comfortable, and not because of the fact that you're eating something that does not decompose. You're eating a cardboard box.
Yeah, man. It seems like when these restaurants, nostalgia or whatever, it seemed like they used better ingredients back then, but now they're cutting costs. The burgers, in some places have actually, not used real meat.
I mean, for real.
They tell you that it's real beef.
Grade D is dog food, right? It's like, come on, man, dude.
Yes, no grade A or Angus or whatever. And I don't even eat beef or whatever. But McDonald's got a serious problem because a lot of the food tastes just different from what I remember. Fries, not even real potatoes. They got so many chemicals in them. And not to be knocking McDonald's. I know some people out there love McDonald's or whatever, but you're paying all this money for like B-rated food.
It's smaller. I mean, you leave it in your car, you can come back the next day, heat it up, and eat it. That's not right, dude.
Because remember McDonald's fries and stuff, you try to reheat McDonald's fries.
McDonald's fries,
it was no.
You had to eat them right away,
Yeah.
and they were good, and they were hot, and then, no, man.
Yeah, man. I mean,
But it's the same. It's the same thing. Now, we used to have a beef with Domino's Pizza back in the day.
Yeah.
We played for various reasons. Sometimes your boy acts a fool, sometimes he doesn't. Things happen, and however, but when it comes down to it, that Domino's just came out and they were talking about how their ingredients are progressively getting worse because it's more about the sizzle than the actual steak. It's more about the marketing campaign than it is about the actual food.
Yeah.
And that's I dig Domino's, man. I used to.
Yeah, I mean, in college, you had to deal with Domino's was like the cheapest pizza. You get a $5 pizza on Monday with one topping. $5 for a large pizza with one top. I mean, who wouldn't go for that?
You didn't hear your boy over here talking about trying to throw a dig at me. In college, we had to eat that stuff. In other words, you shouldn't be eating that Domino's pizza as a grown man. Y'all don't hear that, but it's all good.
Yeah, see,
it's all good.
We worked at Pizza Hut. So, you know, we thought we were a little bit better than Domino's anyway.
No, we were pizza bougie.
Yeah.
We were pizza bougie. We look at Domino's like,
yeah. And I know we had our red shirts, they had their blue shirts and everything. You know, you see them, you're like, oh, look at these knockoffs or whatever.
Man, I still can't believe the stuff that we got away with.
but you know, at least with Pizza Hut, you know, when you see them make pizza, I mean, they actually use their hands or whatever and toss the food around. And Domino's, they put their pizza under like a device. They pull a button and it drops. All the ingredients drop down on the pizza. You know, I mean, what? There's no love. There's no. Uniqueness.
No. Listen. Don't get me wrong. I'm not being salty towards Domino because they're not giving the love. That's not where I'm at. I'm not worried about the technique. What I'm worried about is then they push that button and the shit drops down on the pizza. What drops down are wood chips and plastic pieces. That's what drops down. The stuff that is going to go in your mouth, where if you put it outside, they showed it. They put one outside and the animals didn't eat it.
Oh man.
How you gonna when the raccoons be like, oh man, I deserve better.
Or the raccoons like pushing it aside, like, yo, this is trash, bro.
I was going for the dog food, man. I don't want that Domino's. I mean, that's when you know.
They start eating spam. They start eating spam or whatever.
Yeah.
But you know, Domino's could be like, remember that movie? What do they call it? Soy and Green or whatever. Maybe Domino's is Soy and Green. We don't know about it.
You have no idea. You have no idea. But see, back in the day, I remember we would be sitting at the Q house.
Yeah.
You order you a Domino's pizza and you sit back and you watch TV. And what do we watch on TV? Usually, especially in the spring, MTV. MTV. You had to get your beach house on.
Oh,
man.
You
had to get your beach house on. Back in the day, the grind and all that, man.
Oh, I knew you were gonna mention the grind because the grind was like your hidden pleasure. You know, you never told anyone that you wanted to watch the grind. And for people who are young out there who don't know what the grind is, it was like American Bandstand or so.
No, it was like Soul Train. But with all kids.
Yeah.
All with like all college age and young. And we were in college, so it was like all the same age.
Yeah, I would say Soul Train with more skin.
Yeah, no, that's for sure. And then the beach house was the grind in bikinis and swimsuits. And those off the chain.
Oh man, see, like MTV, they call us the MTV generation because MTV was like the powerhouse. It set culture, it set morality, it set everything that we liked.
MTV actually gave you a visualization of the videos.
Yes.
For the first time, you saw your person as opposed to looking at an album cover and listening to it. You could see the person that's actually singing that song. I mean, it changed absolutely everything.
It changed the game.
Michael Jackson broke the color barrier in MTV. Then they came out with MTV Raps. I mean, MTV was the
Headbangers Ball, you know, for the metalheads or whatever. I mean, they had all these shows or whatever. And like you said, it was a good time that we can just see our artists. And actually, artists are actually becoming bigger than what they were. They were big. Sometimes they were bigger than their own music.
Yeah,
you know,
no, it's I mean, the whole craze back in the day. It was funny living through that Michael Jackson, that craze that what happened. I was this close to going to go see Thriller. I was in Kansas City with my family, and my cousin couldn't make it, and they were like, Tony, if he don't make it home, then you get to go. I had the ticket in my hand, and just as we was getting in the car, my man pulled up and was like, thank you, and put stuff in there. So that's the closest I got to go see Michael Jackson in concert. I've never really been to a music
The
concert.
concert and everything.
As
Yeah.
going to music concerts not really my thing. I don't like a lot of crowds, so going there and so but man, MJ was the man.
Yeah,
MJ
he was the man. I mean,
MTV blew him up to the point where it was ridiculous. It was almost unrecognizable.
I mean, it blew him up as like right up here because I mean, we saw the Beat It jackets, we saw the Billy, what's that, the Thriller jacket. So we not only saw we were consumers of the music,
the Fat Jerry curve.
Yeah, we were consumers of the merchandise, the clothes, the dances and everything. I mean, to be in this generation, it was like something. It was something that we can just say, hey, look, we can sit in front of TV and watch our favorite musicians for hours.
You used to be able to put on MTV and just sit back, and then you'd be like, oh, I mean, first time I saw Diggable Planets,
yeah,
they were on TV. First time I saw, what's her name? Damn,
what song did she sing?
Tyrone.
Oh, Erykah Badu.
Erykah Badu.
Yeah.
First time I saw Arrested Development.
Oh yeah.
I'm like, damn, these brothers. I mean, come on now, fight the power. I mean, there's so many powerful videos that came out back in the day that defined a generation that they throw them on YouTube now, and kids can see them when they want to see them. They were Nirvana. I mean, I was thrown in music that I would not normally have ever have begun to listen to. I was exposed to because MTV actually played video.
And one of the first CGI computer generated, I guess, short films was actually a video. It was Money for Nothing by I forgot the group name, but some of the rockers out there, they probably can tell me Money for Nothing and Chicks for Free.
Yeah, I remember that one. That came out. That kind of looked like Roblox before
Roblox. Roblox.
Yeah, absolutely. That was kind of dope. My man was definitely, but everything. It was a new era, completely. So new genre completely. So everything they did was groundbreaking.
And it started to change kind of in the 90s. We had those shows like Singled Out with Jenny McCarthy. They started doing more things outside of music, because at least the grind had music or whatever. But they started having like reality shows like the Real World.
When the Real World came, that was the detriment to everything, because I believe reality TV just rots your brain on levels that's absolutely unbelievable. Because everybody's life is different. You seeing how these fools act, but you're not even seeing how they really act and react. You're seeing how they representative do it because their agent told them how to be able to do it. When they kicked that one black comedian off.
Oh yeah, the skinny brother.
When he grabbed the girl, he was tickling her on the bed.
Oh, Tammy.
And grabbed her foot, and they kicked him off. Man, I turned it off. I was never gonna watch that shit again.
Yeah.
I was just like, they made it seem like he was a sexual predator. Dude weighed about 100 pounds, soaking wet, with bricks in his pockets, and he was funny.
Yeah, he was.
And he was just being silly, and they were like, "Oh, I felt so uncomfortable." I mean,
yes, he didn't know no means no, but yeah, she was giggling and everything, and she just changed.
People. There was a room full of people, and she was laughing and giggling and joking.
Yeah, this is my theory. What happened? She was liking old boy. She was digging him. He was tickling her. She was joking. Then she said, "Oh man, I remember I had a boyfriend, and now I got to explain to my boyfriend why I'm having a good time with this guy." Yeah. So she said, "Oh no." But she actually ended up becoming a basketball wife. I forgot. Yeah, I saw. I watched Basketball Wives a little bit, but yeah, I saw her on there. I think her name was Tammy or whatever. But I mean that was the first start of reality TV that actually came after. We didn't have reality TV shows back then, but actually after the Real World.
My beef is this: all of that shit is fake.
Yes.
All of that shit is fake. So what? Why would you put real people in the real life scenarios that are fake?
Yeah. Well, you know, in the producers, you know, that's what I've heard. They actually want to control the dynamic. They set the stories.
You remember when Real World, when Puck put his finger in the peanut butter.
Hmm.
You remember that? It was
Yeah, I
like
remember
first
that.
season. Puck put his finger in the Real World. I'd have punched you right in your motherfucking mouth. Then I'm gonna grab you by your hair and I'm gonna say, "Go get me some more peanut butter." Dude, what is your fucking problem? You
Right.
understand? I mean, it's and they're like, "Oh, what did he do? Why would he do that?" Well, that's what I do when I eat it. Oh, you just can't do that. No, I'd have been like, "Where? I know you didn't do that to our peanut butter.
Right.
If you did it to your peanut butter, okay, I'd have labeled that Puck. Now go get me some more peanut butter. Go get me some chunky peanut butter and get an extra large container. I'm gonna bust your ass, dude. You out of your damn mind? I mean,
I
seriously.
mean, we had Beavis and Butthead, you know, back then, which was kind of funny, you know, but
In the brain. These fools get so sensitive over everything,
yeah.
dog. Remember, it's cold outside. He's rapey. And I'm like,
We had Daria. We had what other shows they had? It wasn't pertaining to music, but they start MTV, and I think that was the downfall of MTV when they actually said, okay, well, we're going to make another channel, MTV2. We're going to make it all music, but we're going to just change MTV into something that's totally different. That they went away from what was
they should have
successful.
kept MTV Music and then MTV the channel station,
Yes,
the movie,
entertainment.
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly, and had that do that because man, when they did that stuff, I remember one time the Luke video was on, and they only played the Luke video
Oh
late,
yeah.
and I walked downstairs, I could hear it, pop that Gucci baby,
Right,
pop
right.
that Gucci baby. I came downstairs like, what? No, and I looked, and my dad was standing there in his drawers. My man was like, I want to run, I want to run. I was like, I was scarred, but at the same time, I was like, I want to rock right now.
Oh man, you had to be up late for that
No,
one.
man, it was after midnight that
Oh,
they would play it. And it's like remember Friday night videos?
oh yeah, Friday Night Videos, NBC.
Yeah,
That was the greatest thing ever. That was like you know before MTV came out. No, I think MTV came out
that
in
was right.
'81.
That was
It's
right
right
at
at
the
the time,
same
yeah.
time.
But Friday Night
Friday night
Videos,
videos played black
they
videos.
did, they
They
did.
played Marvin Gaye and shit like that, and MTV didn't play that stuff.
Right, right. Because I remember Reba Jackson, you know, one of the Jacksons and stuff. They played Action, you know, and I was like, wow, that is great.
Um, Escape from the Planet of the Ape Man, the Ant Man,
Oh
by
yeah.
Jermaine Jackson, and I say, oh, just dog. Okay, check it out.
All right.
Check it out. I hit the pipe. I sit back and I look at you and I say, I got a song
Uh-huh.
about how I escaped from the planet of the Ant-Man. And your job is to look at me and act like I haven't lost my motherfucking money. And see, that's the whole problem with the Jacksons, dog. See, listen, I could have fixed the Jacksons. All they had to do was call a brother up, and they didn't call a brother up. It's terrible. All they needed is somebody to be like, nah. Okay, case in point. Do you remember back at Western when I had those patent leather cowboy boots
Yeah, oh yeah, man.
with the soft top, and I was riding my motorcycle? Motherfuckers just call me Prince.
Tony was an individual back then, and I tell you, man. Hey, he was Little Richard back then before Little. He was the prince on motorcycles, man.
True, man. This shit stuff like that, like back in the day. But check it out. My man sat there and was like, yeah, don't wear those boots no more. I brought those boots to the crib, and my dad was like, "Oh, you ain't wearing your boots?" I was like, "Ah, no."
We should have changed you, man. Keep your uniqueness
No,
and everything.
no.
If you wanted to wear your chaps,
No.
your butler's chaps,
My
man,
man
nobody
said
can stop it.
chaps. He got me on the butler's chaps. That's where he at. And y'all don't know any different because of the fact that I did have a pair of patent leather soft top cowboy boots.
Yeah, the MTV generation really changed him.
Yeah, that was a dude. Prince could do it. I was taller than Prince too, man.
Oh,
I
yeah.
looked good.
Well, Prince did have a ability to play instruments and sing, so
Yeah, no, I was definitely at a loss. But you sat me down and cleared me. That's all that Michael Jackson needs.
Yeah.
Dude, check it out. Check it out. Don't get no lighter. That's an easy comment. Listen. Mike. You need your nose to breathe.
There you go. Okay, that's good advice. Good advice.
Listen, Mike. Just don't wear the gold onesie leotard. Listen, I love Michael Jackson. I mean, Michael Jackson is one of those guys that if I had ever met Michael, I'd have lost my shit. I love me some Michael Jackson, but dog,
hide the perm from him.
Dog, no, not listen. I'm not even going to hit the perm, dog. I'm not even going to hit the perm.
Back depends
I'm not even going to hit the perm because you know my man was like, "You are not alone," was slinging it around. He was killing it. But you know what, dog? Check it out. Maybe the gold leotard doesn't make this tour.
Yeah. But you know, people back in the day, they let Earth, Wind, and Fire. They wore a lot of leotards.
No,
they wore those
shiny. I knew you was gonna bring out Earth, Wind, and Fire, or the Isley Brothers and the shit that they used to wear. Yeah. But damn, man, in the 70s, what Rick James said, we did a lot of cocaine is a hell of a drug.
Yeah.
So in the 70s, I can understand that, but when you come on, Mike, well, I mean, a couple push-ups.
Say
wouldn't have hurt Mike.
Wouldn't hurt.
Wouldn't have hurt Mike.
It may be like you know, drink some coffee to get his voice a little bit deeper.
No, I'm not even gonna get that. I'm not even gonna get on that because Mike is Mike on the voice. But yeah, a couple push-ups wouldn't hurt a brother.
Like, what are you talking about?
Just say, listen. I'm cool with a whole bunch of stuff. But what was that one video? Where he was dancing with the girl walking down the alley, and then after the video, straight rubbed his junk for 10 minutes afterwards.
Oh,
and you're just, you know, it's like you watch it and you be like, dog, I was down with Mike the whole time. When he got mad, jumped on top of that car, boom. I was like, frustrations. Then he jumped down, started rubbing his junk. I'm sitting there looking at my mom's like,
yeah, I guess it was like Elvis Presley back then. Because we didn't see that stuff back then, you know, not too much. But after that whole Michael Jackson era, man, you know, pretty much Luther Campbell came out and
then everything went off the chain. Mike don't know he opened Pandora's box. He said, I can rub my junk in front of everybody and people are gonna pay me for it. And then you fast forward, you know, few decades and he said, bitch, I said what they said. And you go, oh my God, I can't believe she spoke that way. No.
Or Sexy Red if you ever listen to her.
No.
but I gotta say this about MTV. When was the last time you watched MTV?
Man, I haven't watched MTV in a decade.
Oh, well, I'm gonna tell you this. When I actually hurt my back or whatever, I was just sitting on the couch and just didn't have a remote control next to me. And I watched MTV. You know what MTV only thing they do now? It was 5 or 6 hours of a show called Ridiculousness. Have you heard of that show? It was just like basically clips of.
Don't talk bad about Ridiculous.
Yeah, no, that is MTV now. No. It is nothing else. You know, and
listen, Rob Dyrdek, if you're looking, it's not me, that's him.
I mean, you're not even music.
Dog. That's my team right there.
There is zero talent.
I'm very sorry.
There is zero talent on the show. They have some girl, what is her name? Chanel.
Listen, West Coast.
Chanel West Coast.
In her whole career, she was their receptionist.
Yeah.
She cut albums now, dog.
Need I say more?
She's doing videos now. I'm like, this broad is walking around in bikinis and people know who she is. Because she laughed at some videos.
Yeah.
Dog, if I show you a picture, if I show you 50 videos of people farting, you're gonna laugh eventually.
It's kind
And
of
then I'm gonna put videos of you laughing at people farting.
what's that movie that we talked about you know, in the future the guy was in the pod or whatever, and you know he was supposed to change it where he became the president advisor. Idiocracy. Now remember the most famous show on that they always watched it. The guy got hit in his junk all the time, and people laughed. That was the #1 TV show.
Remember,
that is ridiculousness, but I can't even pronounce it right now.
Dude, do you remember? But you see what's funny? What's funny about ridiculousness is that every time you look at it and you go, man, that fool shouldn't be doing. He gonna bust his shit. And then he goes, then bust his shit, and you be like, Then they show the next clip. Dude doing the same thing, and it's like a train wreck.
It's like a YouTube short or whatever.
You can't turn your head away, man. You be like,
man, I can't get into that. I cannot get into that because I can just look at my phone or whatever and just look at Fail Army.
Man, I used to watch. You know, it's the same type of thing, but you see, it's theme oriented. So they'll have
Fail Army is too.
They'll have 3 or 4 clips that are exactly the same, where he boom, 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 and you go, I bet, and then they go back to the next one, and then come at boom, boom, boom. It's
well, that's the death of MTV. Like I said, you know.
See, I have a terrible. The thing is that most Americans are like, they want to laugh at you when you fall, but they don't want the consequences of laughing at somebody. Okay, I don't know if you've done it, but I know I've done it. I've seen people laugh, and I'm right there, and I'm like, oh, you know, some people fall, and I sit right there, and I'll be like, oh, you know what I mean? Right, but I'll be like within arm. I could be reaching my hand out to help them, and I'm gonna go.
Well, you know, you got to wait for a couple seconds to see if they're okay first.
But you see, no, not if you watch ridiculousness. Now you at the crib watching them bust their ass, and you can laugh all you want to, and you know you could do it guilt free.
Oh yeah, I can't do it. Let
me tell you, I used to work across the street from the Sears Tower, and you could see there's a section right by the Sears Tower where the sidewalk goes up at a considerable angle, right? And in the wintertime, they put a rope there like it's Mount fucking Everest, and you could walk up it like this and shit. And every morning, without fail, somebody at the top of the rope would trip and then wipe out everybody. And I'm not a masochist. And I'm not wishing bad stuff on good people.
Oh man.
But we'd be up there upstairs looking out the window like,